praised be Lord Jesus Christ. We want to focus on the theme of mission in the context of the Jubilee year. Let me start by saying that the Jubilee year, as an idea, is about returning to the beginning. If we consider this beginning in the context of the church and in the context of mission, the beginning is certainly the call of Jesus after the resurrection, before the ascension, the call to go, to preach, to teach all nations, and to baptize them. What the apostles heard and what began on the day of Pentecost, that is the very beginning. In any Jubilee year, we are always required to do this, but I believe that this year, we especially need to return to it. What was at the beginning was a message, a call, an invitation from God for us to go, so that we do not stop where we are, but always strive for something more. An invitation to desire something more, to want to give of ourselves what we are experiencing, that is the faith that we have within us. An invitation to be willing to share that faith because we have been bestowed with it, as the faith we have does not originate from ourselves. It was not our idea to believe, to receive Christ, but someone once told us about him, and someone once fulfilled their mission by sharing their faith with us. This idea of bestowal, of a free gift, is also implicit in the concept of the year of Jubilee, for the reason that, as we may remember, in the Old Testament the year of Jubilee was also a time when property was returned to its original possessor, when what was borrowed or the land that was purchased was to be given back. Why? Precisely to see this endowment, the fact that I have nothing for myself because I received everything from God, my Lord. And what I received from God does not belong to me, it is not my property. It is His property so that I can leave it, I can share it, I can give it to others because I know that God sustains me, and that He watches over my life, so I have nothing to fear. This is also a very missionary theme because when we go on a mission, when we venture into the world, abandoning what we know in order to preach Christ, we give up our lives, our plans, and our dreams and somehow focus solely on proclaiming. It is never the case, of course, that we give up everything else 100%. In our mission, we are always present as human beings, we remain ourselves. However, there is an element of breaking up that connects us to the moment of receiving the gift. We say, "My Lord, I entrust it to you, it is not mine, I am going where you are sending me." Well, that's it, going somewhere, the journey. Going on a pilgrimage was and still is associated with the Jubilee year. Making a pilgrimage is all about movement and dynamism. There is a sense of unfulfillment in that. It means that what is around me, what I am, and where I am is not enough for me. That I want to go somewhere, I want to strive for something, I have a desire to set off on a journey. I am unfulfilled where I am, and I need to embark on a journey to find fulfillment. The motif of a pilgrimage is a common theme in the Bible, first exemplified in the journey of Abraham and later in the pilgrimage of Israel to the Promised Land, a journey from slavery to freedom. Our pilgrimage, the journey to the heavenly kingdom, also fits into that pattern. And when we talk about a journey, it is impossible not to talk about the mission. The mission is precisely this journeying, this unfulfillment, this feeling that there is still something more, that I have a goal to pursue, that I have someone to go to, and I have something, someone in fact, to share about. This, precisely, is the essence of Christianity. After all, Jesus says, "Go. Go and proclaim. Go on pilgrimage, journey across the world, and share with others the greatness of God. Proclaim the good news." In addition to this dynamic aspect, there is also a static aspect, a symbol that is associated with the Jubilee year. It is, as we know, a symbol of the door. The door that we call the Holy Door, opened by the Pope. We also have such doors in our diocese, in the Jubilee churches. The Jubilee door is an important symbol. Let us consider this. A closed door suggests a sense of helplessness and uncertainty about what awaits us inside or what lies beyond it. Not being able to pass through results in uncertainty. I don't know what awaits me behind the door, but if it opens, I'm going in. An open door, on the other hand, symbolizes a welcoming attitude. It invites you to enter and offers a fresh perspective and new opportunities. We walk through the door, and a new world opens up to us, as it were. And again, those two motives, the closed door and the open door, are very missionary in their essence. A mission always involves some uncertainty. We go to the people, to a country, a reality where we don't know what awaits us. We don't know what will happen when we open that door. The door is closed, it's a mystery. It arouses curiosity, but it also arouses some fear. On the other hand, once we enter this reality, once we muster the courage to go in, new horizons, new perspectives, new missions, new people, and new tasks open up to us. That is the moment of decision. Will I enter or not? Will I undertake the mission? Will I go out of myself to cross that threshold, go through that door, to face the unknown, which may be a little scary for me? That is the moment of decision. A mission always involves a person's decision. It involves a desire and the fulfillment of that desire. It consists in walking through the door into the unknown. That is why this Jubilee year carries within itself a wealth of symbols that are thoroughly missionary, that are thoroughly in line with what we do. Let us now focus on the theme of this Jubilee year, hope. Where does this hope come from? Where does it flow from? Hope comes from the fact that God rules this world. That God is the one who responds to our hope, to our fears and natural dispositions, and also to our expectations of what is good. God responds to our natural desire, to our natural hope. We, in turn, respond to His word, to His call. We see Him, invite Him, and cooperate with Him. It is from that conviction that the courage to bear testimony and to engage in a dialogue with the world comes. From the fact that Christ is risen, that He is alive, that there is no death, and that there is nothing to fear. Because if He is with us, what can threaten us? That is the most profound motive for hope, the Christian hope, the reason for the absence of fear. Though perhaps not so much the absence of fear, for fear always is and always will be in the world, but the absence of paralyzing fear. The absence of the fear that doesn't allow you to move, to walk through the door, that doesn't allow you to leave your present space and make a pilgrimage, go and proclaim. Hence, there is a need to focus again on the beginning, on the very essence. After all, the call to the mission is the fruit of the resurrection. We do not proclaim ourselves, nor do we proclaim by our own efforts. There is a concrete event, there is Jesus Christ, who rose from the dead, who gives us strength, and about whom we share. This is, after all, the mission of the Church, to proclaim the resurrection of Jesus Christ. If we speak of the Church as the sacrament of salvation, let us remember that we are that sacrament. Let us remember that God has chosen us to be the sacrament of salvation, to reveal the Father's voice, to invite, to gather those who are abandoned, those next door, who need our attention, our outstretched hand, our voice, our testimony. This is the essence, going back to the beginning, back to the basics, back to who we indeed are, and back to the fact that it is as Christians, who are all sent forth with no exception, we are to think not of ourselves, but of those to whom God sends us. Why? Because God does not think of Himself, but of each person. He created the world and founded the Church for the sake of people. Hence, the theme of hope, it is God who is at the beginning, it is He who planned it all, He who arranged it all. It is He who gives us strength, and we will never lack this strength if we trust Him. So why should anyone be afraid? Why should we lose hope? Why should we lack it when God Himself is with us, when it is He who invites us, He who equips us, and He who sends us? He is the first actor in this play, He is the first to have won, and He is the one who will always win. Because if not God, then who would triumph? There is no other possibility. Thank you for listening to me. I wish you a fruitful year of hope, the Jubilee year.